Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Saggies, let's jump into this. We're going to go with a storytelling where I'm going to ask, how do we set our stage first? What is the situation? Okay, that was a kind of a weird shuffle, but we'll roll with it. I want to say it could be Aquarius who got this one also. But this is the Nine of Pentacles. And it is our stage is being set by someone who's very well dressed, someone who kind of looks like they've got their life all figured out. Um, However, she is on the outsides of these gates that lead to this gigantic castle. Right now, my impression is we've got a person who's kind of thumbing their nose at what everyone else does. Meaning, like, if our character has a ton of self-satisfaction, they love their life, they've created abundance for themselves, the way in which they choose to move forward with that abundance, it may not be to do a thing that everyone else does. They don't want to go and buy the big house, they don't want to go and spend that money on living in some huge luxury location. They may have other ideas of what a good life looks like. They are consulting right now with this little bird that is on their hand. I just realized my hair is extremely bouffant today. um However we want to look at this for this character, they seem to be very much like they're going to do it their way. I don't think that this Sag is going to be following anyone else's acceptable, like, rules and life choices. Like, they just don't care what anybody else does. Star, Aquarian energy. That's so funny how I think it was Aquarius who got this card last night when I did a story for Aquarian. It's just funny how we have Aquarius energy in here right out of the gate. Somebody wants their wish fulfillment, but their wish fulfillment could be perhaps a much simpler life. We got 10 of Cups sideways. They either think that their version of a happy life, what they want to go after, is it's not tangible stuff at all. This character could much prefer to be pursuing things like I mean, possibly a much simpler life. Maybe they want to go live by the beach. Maybe they want to go and take some time first on their own, go somewhere, explore something, pursue a hobby. It just looks like they don't want the big fancy flashy, even if they could afford it. This is a character who's like, it's an experience that I want to have. Maybe this person, and this is just very precise, and I know that, but this almost looks like somebody goes, you know what I'd really like to do? I'd like to take some of my finances, take a vacation, and I'd like to go and meet some extended family members. Maybe I want to go visit a place from which my ancestors hail from. This is just something that I would like to do. Maybe their idea of a 10 of Cups is attempting to either reunite or reconnect or connect for the first time ever with their past, with where they came from, with their DNA, their genetics. Whatever this is, this character, this Sag is going to be looking at happiness as a very different. For them, happiness looks different than others might assume it would look. So say this is a Sag who is like, yeah, I mean, I know I could make my life into whatever I want it to be. Yeah, I know I feel abundant. I feel capable of making things work out in my life, but my happiness and the things that I really care about are other kinds of connections. I want to follow my inner instinct. This Sag could also be coming into a time frame where they may want to break away from everything that they've known, and they'd like to make their own way in this world, follow their own dreams. Maybe this Sag is going to become, heck, they might become famous for something, and they may not necessarily have all the support of everyone around them. But with that Two of Cups here, to me, it looks like whatever inner guidance system this Sag is listening to, it is helping them gravitate toward possibly a twin flame soulmate connection, someone or something that will really understand them, that will really, especially if this Sag is a very independent individual with like a whole different mindset on, life and what they want in life. to meet someone or find someone who understands that and is equally, like, yoked to them, equally matched to them, to me, it looks like Sag doesn't need tons of people around them and a big flashy life where they've got paparazzi and they everybody knows their name. They would rather have a really important connection. They would rather always be able to listen to their inner guidance. They would rather pursue the kind of happiness that suits them. And it may be very different from what, anyone in their typical peer group or their inner circle or their family would even think. We got an 8 of wands. Okay, so I'm just going to say what I get off of this. This whole following one's DNA code, possibly seeking out a location, wanting to visit a place or live in a place where one's ancestors came from. I mean, this could be somebody who literally wants to immigrate to a country that they themselves have never lived in, but all of their family has, in generations past. This might require this character actually moving away from their current family unit in order to go where their ancestors once walked. But on that path, if they feel called to do this, it's almost like this Sag is doing it because they know that their other half is out there. This could be some otherworldly connection, past life connection. They want to reunite with someone, and it's like they know that even though I can't quite see it, something pulls me this direction. It's interesting because it appears that someone is being pulled toward our Sag at the same time. This 8 of wands, this is either Sag is saying, I know where I need to go. I need to go wherever this person is because I feel this connection to them. I want to move there. I'm hearing this call from somewhere deep inside my soul. I need to do this. No one else will understand why, but I must. And it does have something to do with there's travel here. There is travel in this story. I don't know who's doing the traveling exactly. I got the sun sideways. This is almost like I'm not entirely sure what day or what person is the one who makes the ultimate move. It feels more like it's Sag choosing to, I mean, maybe it's one simple plane flight, maybe it's a transatlantic plane flight, or maybe it's a simple sending of messages back and forth first. But whatever this is, there's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of expectation being built up. There's a lot of potential. Like, I think that our character is putting something into action. They are listening to what they need to do, and things start kind of falling into place after that. Maybe they hear from someone at about the same moment in time that they say, I think I need to take some steps in my life. I need to pursue my hopes, my wishes, my dreams, and maybe just simply getting on that path of listening to their own inner guidance system is what brings them closer to the true happiness that they're really seeking. Maybe that opens up the gateways for a twin flame to actually be reaching out to them. Whatever this is, it's like one thing follows another, but it's all because our character begins by listening to their own inner guidance system. And they're doing this from a place of like competency. They feel, wow, they feel really good about themselves. They feel secure in what they're doing, what they want to do, which direction they want to go. They feel content. They feel like they know what they're doing and why. This is some kind of a reunion between Sag and this twin flame. This is some kind of reconciliation energy. But the one thing that I want to say is that this whole storyline has a little bit of like an ethereal vibe to it. There's a lot of listening to the invisible, listening to one's own instinct, listening to something that is hard to explain to anybody else because it's just an individual says, I just know that I must. I just know that I must take these actions. I must go this direction. I must go travel or pursue certain things in my life because I'm called to do it. I don't have a better explanation than that. I just must do it. And from there, that listening to that inner guidance system keeps opening up doors one after another that keeps bringing our character closer to what they want, closer to some reconciliation. But maybe this is with a past life connection. Maybe this is someone that Sag has never met in this lifetime, and yet they know, like, oh, what is that song? I know you're out there somewhere. Somewhere I'll return again to you. I think it's Moody Blues. I think. Fact check me if I'm wrong about that. It's like an 80s song. Anyway, we've got this 5 of wands. There is drama or obstacle around this reunion. There is an obstacle here, and yet we have the Capitol building is right there. We know where it is. We know what we got to go do. We know where we're headed, but there are obstacles to getting there. Now, again, I'm feeling like two people are kind of grappling in the dark, trying to find each other, even though neither one quite knows what it is that why they're doing the things they're doing. It's like there's a magnetic pull between these two. They are going to find themselves in the right place at the right time, and they're going to recognize, like, you are the person I've been looking for, but there are obstacles. Not all of this is just as smooth and easy as can be, because now we've got a 5 of Swords. So we have an opportunity for two souls to find each other again in this lifetime, but right at the moment of them being able to find each other, there seems to be sudden complications. So it's like they get to the point of encountering each other, finding each other, and then there's some drama all of a sudden that has to be dealt with. But I think that these two together are going to be able to face whatever that drama is. They're going to be able to get through the problems. We've got a 10 of coins here, and we've got the King of Cups. There is a lot of love here. There is a lot of power. There could be strong family dynamics. We've kind of looked at that already with that 10 of Cups earlier, and now with this 10 of Pentacles. To me, it seems that, I don't know if this is a bit of a Romeo Juliet kind of love story where two people were kept apart in a past life that are now, like, without realizing what it is they're seeking each other in this lifetime. And there's still some clinging energy of families disapproving and issues that they'll encounter, but they're kind of fumbling their way in the dark, listening to their inner guidance systems to find each other. That's what this feels like. Like, two people are like, I don't know why, but I just feel like I got to go somewhere, because this is them. We saw Sag listening to their higher self, seeking out some kind of happiness, and then we saw another person taking action, and I feel like they're on a collision course to meet. And I feel like they'll know each other when they see each other. It's like, I feel like you've been the one I've been looking for, but they almost immediately hit a little bit of a roadblock. This happy union or reunion, if we want to say that it's past life lovers finding each other, hits some immediate roadblocks. And it seems like it's got to do with family money. Maybe one person comes from a great deal of wealth. Maybe that's our Sag, or maybe that's them. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Whatever this isn't some, I don't know, maybe family says, oh, they just want you for your money. How could you have met somebody so soon and then said that, oh, this is your person? Obviously, they probably have an agenda. 3 of Wands in the reverse. But this isn't something that is lighthearted. This isn't something that's a flash in the pan kind of romance that's going to be forgotten. This is two people that finally found their way back into each other's lives after. Let me ask about that. Tell me about that whole past life type of energy. Hold on, that's not the right deck. Let's go this route. Tell me about the past life vibe that we're getting on this one. Card 32. This literally is from a whole different era. It's like something from the 1800s. And we have pages that say Dear Diary, and we have someone holding a locket, which is very much a keepsake. This didn't dispel the fantasy aspect of this storytelling that we've been working with in this story, where it's as if two people once upon a time, I don't know if they were in love and never got a chance to be together, but in this story, it appears that there has been some kind of like keepsake, some kind of memory that's like, I've spent my whole past life wanting to be with someone, describing my innermost thoughts of wishing that I could be with them. Here, she looks very wealthy. Maybe in a past life, they couldn't be together because one person was, whatever we want to say, the affluent. Maybe there's that caste system that, well, I can't marry the person that I want because I have to marry a duke, or, whatever that limiting, ridiculous caste system is that kept two people apart in the past. And if that would explain why we still have lingering energy of it in this lifetime. But interestingly enough, it could be a reverse role this lifetime. Maybe not. I mean, we have a King of Cups. This could be that someone's family member is saying, or their whole family is saying, "Ugh, you can't fall in love that fast with somebody. You certainly can't be with them. They only want you for your money. I know. They seem like they're oh so loving. They want to offer you their heart. They're King of Cups, but you know that they're probably just after your money and your title, or whatever it is." That could be the conflict that that these two have to face all over again in this lifetime, is facing down others who continuously stir the pot, try to insist that they shouldn't be together, try to instill doubts about the sincerity. But it looks like this is a carryover from a past life. That's it. This is kind of a fun, interesting storyline for sure. I always enjoy the ones that take our stories off in kind of different directions. I do enjoy the more mystical fantasy aspects. They're fun stories to explore. We got a high priestess talk about mystical fantasy. um, this is all about the energy that two people probably are having deja vu. These characters may already, and this could be to a lesser extent. This could just be, like it's not taboo for these two to be together in this lifetime, but still there's friends or family that like raise an eyebrow and be like, you sure that, get a prenup on that? It could be those kinds of comments and things like that, that people could just roll their eyes over it. So it's probably a less heavily like tabooed relationship in this lifetime, whereas in the past lifetime it looks like they weren't even able to come into union, and one person certainly wanted that their entire life with that locket that we saw that was glowing on that card. But at this point, it's almost like both people feel like we've been here before. People aren't going to believe that we want to be together because we feel a past life connection, because it's only between us. Nobody's going to be able to get in our headspace and see and feel what we feel, but we already kind of both know. And maybe at some point they will discuss this, or maybe they never will say it out loud, but I think that they both have that deja vu, like, I feel like we've been here before. I feel like this thing threatened us in the past, or made it impossible for us to be together in the past, and I feel like we're facing that same discord or chasm all over again in this lifetime. It's as if they both feel it, they both know it, but what action are these characters going to take in this lifetime? Hanged man. They're going to stop. They're going to think about this. They're going to see it from a different perspective. What is that different perspective? The Chariot, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups. You know what? I think that Sag and this person are maybe going to have a big old breakthrough where they just say it out loud. You know what? At the risk of sounding crazy, I just want to take a leap of faith with you. I know this is nuts, but I feel like I've known you before. And this could be like they finally go ahead and they just express it to each other. Be like, I swear we've been down this road before. You're my, all I know is it feels like you're the person I've been looking for, maybe from past lives too. As corny as that sounds, as stressed out as I am, that you're going to think I'm crazy for saying it out loud, I'm going to take the plunge and just say it. It feels like these two are both still kind of like nervous about this, but the Six of Cups is coming back into union. This is moving this forward. This is giving it a real chance. Even if we're wrong, you know what? I've been wrong for lesser things. So we both feel this way. One or the other of them finally just spits it out and says it. By the way, we do have kind of like a Pisces, Cancer, Virgo vibe. We've got Pisces here. We've got Cancer. A lot of emotions, a lot of emotions, and a lot of intuition on this one. You know what? I'm just happy that these characters are simply what they feel, because love is a difficult thing to explain anyway. Someone else's skin and feel it or understand why they feel this draw to each other, why they feel this way about each other. Only those that are a part of any lover's union can express or explain how they feel bonded to another human soul. So with this storyline, we're just going to let this one be. But I like the fact that love triumphs in this one. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy the channel, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.